La, 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 la.
Sparkle, 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 sparkle,
Holiday
sparkle, sparkle,
time
sparkle.
is here.
Ooh.
Yule and solstice and Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa is here. The
Ooh.
holidays are here, including the most
Ah.
valuable holiday of all. It's
Krampus
time.
night.
It's time to celebrate the most common holiday in our fan base. Do you know what the most common holiday in our fan base is, Jocelyn?
I do not, Grand Arbiter.
Sexual effectiveness disorder. Hey! Hello, you best bitches. We love you.
Hello, my darlings. Hello, hello, hello. It's our time for tea. We're so happy to see you, Ty, Lady Junespill, Scone Mistress. Thank you for being here on time. Our
Not just
wonderful
on
prof.
time. They were here early, chittering like squirrels.
The
Chittering, I
best.
tell you, chittering.
I love a little chitter. I love a little chitter.
Chittering.
It is
Sad
sad,
butch
but
season. They're sad because there's no sundresses on the ladies. Sad butch season. The sundresses are in closets, which means all the butches sometimes are in closets. It's a real bummer for
no, it's
everyone
a terrible place to
involved.
be.
For
Oh,
everyone
oh.
involved. Yes.
Hello, Bill. Hello, our buttery
Hello, Bill.
goodness.
I
We're having a
am
little
dancing.
musical interlude.
Yeah, I've got to dance because if I don't remember, Madam Askew, if we stop dancing, the darkness will catch us.
Oh dear.
We have to keep,
Oh dear.
keep
Oh
our
my
dance.
goodness, and it's Broderick. Hello.
Let's
Hello,
get
Broderick. Is this our new holiday routine? Is like constant motion?
doing so much motion that the sadness will not be able to catch you.
Oh, that's it.
I'm
That's
going to
it.
create after images of dancing grand arbiters to distract the sadness with my sexual form.
How
It's
exciting.
truly distressed. Chair dance party in America, chair dance party in Europe. So how do you do a chair dance in America? Chair dance in America, you do this.
Yeah.
Okay. Left, right, right, left. Oh yeah, dancing in a chair. Okay. And then in Europe, it's da, 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 da. We're dancing in Europe. It's all so refined. We're dancing in Europe and we have the time. We're dancing because the sadness approaches. We're dancing because the darkness encroaches.
Ooh, hello, Grand Arbiter. What an excellent way to bring us in to our tea time, bringing some special lively dance revolution from our chairs.
Yes, yes.
Here with all of you. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Anne. Oh my goodness, we have some friends who have not been able to join us in a while, Grand Arbiter. It's so nice to have you here, Anne and Broderick. Hello, Tracy, my darling. We are dancing in the face of fear, absolutely. And you know what, my darlings, we don't know what's coming in the future. The Grand Arbiter and I are actually very terrible soothsayers in some regards, although the Grand Arbiter has some mad skills.
Oh no,
With certain kinds of
future.
soothsaying.
I don't see the future. It's more like I'm a real good cold reader is the real deal. I'm a charlatan to the stars.
But here's the thing I know, Grand Arbiter, for certain.
That you're hot and stunning and a fox lady. That you're super kawaii. Super kawaii.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh, indeed. Ooh, indeed.
That's was not the direction I was going, but it's a lovely direction. No, what I was going to say is I know that we shall be here with our community, absolutely dancing and laughing in the face of fear, and continuing to hold our quirky, fiercely whimsical, absolutely absurd Friday tea and sundry adventures. Oh my goodness. Ty wants to know if they should consult the Lilia Muse they hold out for this chapter for the future of fear. Perhaps.
I mean,
possibly.
You should just bring out all of your best books and just read them, because sadness will encroach and consume all. The darkness is inescapable. Despair is invoked.
And it's the holiday season. What a perfect time.
What makes Christmas better than the dark approach of the figure of death?
But, you know, that worked out very well for Scrooge in the long run.
I mean, in the long run, he did get a lot of stuff. Although he had a lot of stuff, really, Scrooge's life is made better not by the encroaching of death, but by him being less of a dummy-dum-dum.
Oh, well, yes. And learning that, I don't know, greed is bad, corporate overreach bad, that centering humane, kind behavior is good. I've heard that is a good thing in the world.
Yeah. I mean, it should be fine. It should be fine.
Yes. Fiercely whimsical, like chaotic good. That's us. That's us, Grand Arbiter.
I mean, we try really hard.
We do try really hard.
What has happened in the last few weeks? Well, first, you went on a holiday.
Yes, I did. I did go on a holiday. I came, I went, I flitted, I flew, I boarded an airship, and I came to visit with you in Cascadia for the holiday. And we gave thanks for friendship.
Yes, indeed. We had a lovely time. We did a tea times. We did tea times, tea many times. One fancy tea time.
We did. Go ahead. We
had beautiful Turkish food.
The Turkish food.
So
I still have lokum.
I'm going to still tell a little story. So Madame Askew and I are at the Turkish restaurant. We're having a lovely Turkish time.
This is true.
It's Turktastic, as it were.
So
we're having a Turktastic time. We have ordered for the table. We're having a lovely endeavor. We've completed eating all the courses. There was 6 of them. It was delightful. And we get to the end, and the bill arrives in a little cloche, little tiny gold cloche with a peacock on it. And inside the gold cloche is the bill, and on top of the bill is several pieces of lokum, also known as Turkish delight. Madame Askew, you may not know this, is a Turkish delight fiend. She's like Edmund on lokum. She is truly, the way that she would sell me for lokum is so, it's a thing I just know in my heart, and I just have to accept that I am only worth as much lokum as she can get out of me.
It's true. I'm sorry to say that's correct, Grand Arbiter.
Yeah. So she got a little lokum, and then she ate it like this. Looking for predators. She's making sure she's checking for predators as she eats her lokum. And then the people see her, and she says to the owner / waitress who is tending to her hand and foot, does one ever buy an entire plate of lokum? And she was like, not generally, but sometimes. And then she went away, and then she came back with a little more lokum. Little more lokum. Madame Askew made the little triddling noise of a happy lokum madam, and proceeded to eat 3 more pieces of lokum, leaving 1 piece for the rest of each of us.
I thought that was very generous.
6 lokum pieces, 1 per person. First there's 4 lokum pieces, 1 per person. Then there was 6 lokum pieces, and Madame Askew had 3, and we all had 1 each. And then after that, we thought that was over, but no, not over. The waitress / owner was so kind enough to show up with an entire container just chock full of lacum, this big, just a lacum font, a font of lacum. And so now she has a little treasure trove of lacum that she can go to when darkness falls.
Yes, but I have made quite the dent in it this week since I got home from Cascadia. It was really lovely, handmade, homemade locum, which was in keeping with the quality of the restaurant. And yes, my dear scone mistress, when I am next able to visit you, we shall go to Santa Barbara. I would love to visit the locum shop because I really... I have a weakness. I have a weakness for Turkish delight. The locum bank, absolutely. My goodness. And I hope that I did provide many a kitchen story for them because I was like a little goblin when they delivered that whole bucket of locum. I was very excited to take it away with me.
Locum. I'm surprised they didn't include a feed bag. Just a feed bag of lacum to attach to your head.
It went from sweet to slightly mean. Grand Arbiter. Oh my goodness.
Isn't that what lacum is? Slightly sweet?
It is slightly sweet. And if the white witch is in the wood, it's also slightly mean. And also, thank you. Thank you. We had a lovely time.
We had a lovely time. You were going to say something else.
I cannot remember, but I will tell you that Monsieur Gatteau is
that's him yelling. Is he just yelling?
Yes, he is.
I hear a cat. Is Monsieur Gatteau just in the other room just screaming?
He is. Pardon me for a moment while I see why he's screaming. What is happening? What are you doing? What is going on? Come here, you absolute little beast. Come here. No, come here. Oh, come with me. What are you doing? No, we're not doing this. We're not doing. Oh, my goodness.
I think this is funnier because we can't see what's happening.
Listen, someone is in timeout. Yes, that is what that noise was. No, you have to stay here with me.
A prisoner for the television.
He is doing his Krampus impersonation. He had actually treed Captain Picard in the cat tree and was holding him hostage. And it was kind of a mess. And he is, listen, this is a face of violence right now.
Well,
you
with
hungry?
that, what events do we have coming up this month?
So next week, oh no. So next week, we have a special treat because our dear friend Robert Darlane is releasing a new book next week. And so he is joining us on Friday for tea. Oh, dear God. To celebrate the release of his book.
Having a duel over there?
Yeah. Something terrible is happening behind the curtain with my cats. And we've been doing this for many years and we haven't had this scenario before.
No,
so
not with this level of like weirdness.
Yeah. So anyway,
maybe you'd pick up Mr. Picard. Maybe Mr. Picard moving Mr. Picard will make it better.
Yeah, that's the next step. Yeah, yep, that is
going down. They're not yelling anymore.
Yeah, so we're gonna see how that goes. So yes, on Friday next week we have our dear friend and community member Robert Darlane is joining us to celebrate his new book, which you can pre-order on the Amazon and elsewhere. So check that out.
A giggle of slimes.
Yes. He's posted about it in our Discord. I'm very excited. It's so exciting. We added emojis to the Discord in honor of his book. Well, Monsieur Gatto is very intrigued by slimes.
No, he's very excited. He's so excited he's doing violence.
That's it. So we're very excited to celebrate Robert's wonderful book, and I love that everyone's kitties are being very delightful, and Monsieur Gatto is being absolutely a menace. So that's happening, and then on the 21st, the Saturday, the 21st, I'm having my friend, the author Helena Greer, is joining us to talk about her series of very queer romance novels set on a Christmas tree farm owned by a Jewish family. And they're wonderful books. I'm super excited to sit down and discuss Helena's experience with writing and this particular series and what's next. And I know I've talked about these books before. The latest one, let me get the title, so charming. I really loved it. It was a great read. And I'm terrible at remembering titles, so I always have to remind myself. The latest one is Hers for the Weekend, and it's just delightful Suffolk road trip. Oh no, listen. This one is a road trip romance featuring fake dating and forced single bed usage.
Forced proximity. And then there was only one bed.
There's only one bed. So it is absolutely so charming. It was a wonderful little read, a fantastic continuation of the series. And I highly recommend these. Helena's been releasing one each year around the holidays, and this may be the last one in the series, but we can hope that perhaps there will be excuses for her to write more because they are very delightful. So we'll be doing that. And then we've got some voting going on for the Golden Tippy Awards. We're going to have some more voting and polls coming out. And then we are also going to have something on New Year's Eve. And the Grand Arbiter and I have not determined what that something is, but there's going to be something. It may be another blanket fort party. We haven't decided. So that's to be announced.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We all know how I feel about what I would like to call the FOMO holidays.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No. Scone Mistress is voting for Cog Match. I also am in the mood for Cog Match, but we'll see.
We'll see what happens at this juncture. The salt mine is quite aggressive currently, so we'll see how we feel. But we also need to get a gaggle of folks together. I think something we might do is a sort of blanket fort party, or we may do like an early before midnight experience of some kind. I don't really know yet. It's hard to know when we do things that are off schedule, it's hard to know what the numbers will be in terms of folks being there. So it just depends. Depends.
So we haven't
with all your friends about how you want to do something fun with us, and we will tell us what your ideas are in the Discord and what you want to have happen. Do you want to staying for the future with Babushka Askew to see the future? Do you want to see Madam sans her robe? I don't know.
I might show a shoulder.
A shoulder.
Scandalous.
We're not doing a midnight. I'd like to do a gay thing. probably. I probably believe into a gay thing.
No, I think in the past we've ended at like 9 p.m. ish, 10 p.m. ish on the West Coast. So it's like a little bit earlier. Also,
and with all these children happening, we might shift it even earlier.
it probably is a caftan party, to be honest.
Every party's a caftan party if you're wearing a caftan.
Yes. And there is, listen, I think that we need Babushka Skew to at least pop in for a few moments because Scone Mistress has now descended into the heavens. Is
You
as
know her
currently
bedtime is 7 p.m., so we have to do it early.
so we're definitely thinking caftan party and mocktail mob party potentially. All possible. So we'll discuss, we will figure it out, but there will be something on New Year's Eve for Hogmanay. That is our tradition here, and a good excuse to put on a tiara and spend some quality time together. Ooh, long distance tea readings. We haven't done those in a long time.
We have some ideas that are percolating. We will talk about it in the Discord, where you should all be. If you are not in the Discord and constantly chittering, how will I know you're alive? I really want to feel like I want my phone to feel like a hive of bees within it. So that's what I want. Be my hive of bees.
Yes.
Live in my phone.
Yes. Do be our hive of bees. Join us in the Discord. We have a lively, wonderful crew there, and honestly, not to be too shady, but Discord is just a better experience overall than our Facebook experiences. So we encourage you to join us there in particular. And I love this idea. Another great idea. Badly explained tarot readings.
I have some ideas of what we might do, so don't you worry. We have some plans within plans. It's all doable.
Yes.
We have all sorts of things here in this space to take advantage of.
Yes.
The big part about it is you have to talk about it in the Discord, and you have to express interest on the Patreon. So we will put a little poll on the Patreon about the things that once you guys come up with stuff, if you're in the Patreon, you'll get to vote on stuff. So that's what we'll be doing to figure out what we're going to do.
So speaking of things that are coming up, current conversation on the Discord. This is very, very critical. Grand Arbiter, the year of the plaid is almost done.
It was a tight year. It was a rough year for plaid, honestly.
It was.
We had belief that the year of the plaid would end in Scotland, and it just didn't. It didn't end in Scotland.
No, alas.
It ended in chocolate mousse.
The Pantone color of the year is such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. I am not in favor of this sad beige color. And also, yeah, Tracy, it was a really mismatched plaid year, which, here's the thing. The year of lace was perhaps the most distressing year of all, as it was 2020, and it brought us.
So funny. We pick these things and we're like so excited about which one we've chosen, and then we pick one that's too good, and then the darkness descends upon us.
That's the problem. We picked one that was too good. The year of the plaid was too strong, too mighty, and it brought darkness upon us.
So here's the real question is, do we decide now what the year is, or do we wait to the end of the year and say, we've decided that last year was the year of the X?
So, what we normally do is we have a little poll. So we have a big poll. We get a bunch of suggestions. We post our big granddaddy poll on Patreon. Our wonderful Patreon community helps us narrow that down to a top 4 or 5. And then we post that top 4 or 5 everywhere. Or it may not be everywhere, it may be on Patreon, but open to everyone. And then you help us pick our final color. Oh, not color. Sorry. I'm seeing all of the conversation.
Theme. It's fine. We will talk again. This is a thing you should discuss in the Patreon, in the Discord about what you want. It's your community, folks. It's your year. I mean, you can think whatever you want. We're going to talk about what the options are when we get a chance, probably next week because it might be Year of the Slime, to be honest.
Year of the Slime, in honor of the Wiggle of Slimes.
Who knows?
So could be Year of Glitter.
Who knows? But what we do know is that the only way to make your dreams come true is to be annoying on the internet. So please take my gift of annoyingness. Be a menace to society. Be a pest. Care not for the whims of others. Live only to be an entirely naggy bitch like me. I am really excited about our Patrons Corner today because it's such a great little event that we put together.
Yes, this was a wonderful option. We judged a previous Patrons Corner topic that kept being a bridesmaid and never the bride. And we also took a little inspiration from our delightful darling Tracy. And so we're doing a little column A and a little column B. And we are going to create some holiday movie pitches using the power of dice and your suggestions from Discord and our Facebook group.
Okay, so we are going to be using an awesome power to determine what pieces we end up using. That awesome power, of course, being... Hold on just a second.
Oh.
The awesome power of a cube.
Of a cube. A six-sided die.
Yes. Also, everyone say hi to Taysa Karlov. She's a real see you next Tuesday, and we love her for that.
We do. She is a real see you next Tuesday. Look at that.
Yeah, no. These are all people who were dead and in debt to her.
Oh my goodness.
She's a member of the Orzhov.
I would date her.
From Ravnica, and she's the leader. And they're the Church of Deals. And so you can make deals with them, but you have to pay your debts even after death.
Oh, shocking. Oh my goodness. Whew.
Okay.
So, all right.
Nana, I will be rolling the dice 3 times. Each time we roll a dice, it will be selected from the list of random bullshit.
Excellent.
You will mark the random bullshit on a piece of paper.
Oh, I'm marking on a piece of paper. All right.
Or something that's near you.
Yes.
So I don't have to remember and go back and forth.
Yes. All right.
What we'll do is we'll just split this window out, and then I'll just make this window really tiny. You don't need to do anything.
Good. I'm ready. I'm ready to go, Grand Arbiter.
Well, you'll have to wait till I'm ready to go now. You have to wait until I'm ready.
Yes.
It's all about me.
And also
this beautiful. Oh no, where did my video go?
I don't know. It did disappear briefly. There it is. Squad Mistress, I am reading the Drace Dilemma. Speaking of wonderful books and lesbians, I'm absolutely here for the lesbians. Like pretty much 365.
Okay, so our number 1 dice roll. I'm just going to do some dice tricks. Like, wow, no, it's rolling in. That's not very cool. Also, I'm using a really cool steampunk dice, which I think is pretty cool looking.
Yes, very cool.
Okay.
All right.
Our first number is the fanciest of numbers, maximum power 6.
6.
Which means that the food that will be included in this story is rum balls.
Rum balls. Can I just write down the numbers, or do I need to write?
write anything down. I already
Okay.
told you don't have to write anything down.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay.
Yes, I am now managing it myself because I made a separate window that was separate.
Oh, all right. Whew, all right.
Okay, so next we will be terming the important garments that make up this holiday movie. Number the uno.
1.
We're just getting all the extremes here. It's scarf and glove combo. So matching scarf and gloves.
Matching scarf and glove with rum balls. All right.
And the important activity. The important activity is going to be throwing dice on the ground. Not really. I have to go pick it up though. Hold on. I lost my dice.
Oh no.
And it's the same color as my carpet. The carpet matched the dice.
This is a terrible turn of events.
Okay, let's try this again. Oh, it's another 6. Okay, so it's going to be rum balls, scarf and gloves, and gingerbread house contest.
Yes, extreme gingerbread house contest with architects who are strangely fierce and towardly, overwhelmingly excited and competitive about this competition. Very excited about these mad architects and their over-the-top gingerbread house competition.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch back cameras.
Yes, come back, Grand Arbiter, come back. 'Tis I, Madame Askew, by myself for the moment, whilst the Grand Arbiter returns to us, and there he is.
Okay, so I think that rum balls, rather than being a food that's being consumed because we're doing a gingerbread house,
yes,
it's the name of our lead character is Gregory Rumballs.
You know, actually, I think that Gregory comes from a family that made their fortune with a famous rum ball that they deliver every year, and that is how their family has made their fortune.
Well, that's the story they tell everyone, but in reality, and they still do, they did professionally make rum balls, they still do. But actually, they got their fortune because they developed an ingenious way of rolling alcohol down a hill in a circular round barrel.
Oh, they were bootleggers. They were bootleggers. The biggest rum ball in France.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So Gregory Rumballs has denounced the Rumball clan.
Yes.
But has had to return home because his younger brother, in his architectural hubris, has bet the entire family fortune on a gingerbread house contest.
Oh, but Gregory broke with the family to actually go to architecture school. So he's a trained architect, whereas his little brother is actually involved in a nefarious scheme to lure his brother home to meet his college roommate, who is mysteriously single at the holidays.
And when they first meet, their meet cute is they realize they have gloves and scarves that match, but they don't have the scarf and the other doesn't have the gloves.
They have a split set.
A split set. It's a very Gifted the Magi situation.
what is the name of the college roommate who is Gregory's love interest? We need a good name. Gregory is...
It's Timothy Cranklebottom.
Timothy Cranklebottom of the Martha's Vineyard Cranklebottoms?
No, of the South Texas Cranklebottoms.
Of the South Texas Cranklebottoms. Yes, yes. So he's from Brownsville.
He's possessed by the spirit of Frank Lloyd Wright. It's also an exorcism movie. The exorcising Frank Lloyd Wright.
The best holiday stories feature a ghost. So, and the ghost of Frank Lloyd Wright is trying to destroy the gingerbread house competition. But of course, Gregory and Timothy, they start out being kind of, opposed, not friends at first. Gregory is out of a recent breakup and is kind of a grumpy bear.
And his ex is unknown. What is it called? Those people who, what were the people who were into prohibition called? They had like a name.
Teetotalers.
No, there was like a political name for them. Oh gosh, it was
then I don't know.
A real stick in the mud, and basically was very opposed to the existence of rum balls as a political ideology.
Yes, and he is going to stand in the living room holding a carafe of coffee and lecture the gingerbread house competition about the structural properties of gumdrops. Oh, a Frank Lloyd Wright gingerbread house competition. Absolutely. And there are multiple teams, of course. They are somehow raising money for a charity. And this is a queer holiday film because it is LAMWUF approved. So that charity is for trans kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also think that, but I definitely think that there's our villain is the villain is the local the local dentist.
The local dentist? I was thinking maybe the villain was a local real estate developer who's trying to
he has multiple jobs. You can't just be a real estate developer in a small town. You can be a real estate developer and a dentist.
No, this is
with the plan to build an
listen, hold your horses. He's a real estate developer. His wife Bunny is a dentist, and together they're an evil duo who is terrorizing the town and trying to destroy the holiday spirit. She's denying people candy and gingerbread, and he's trying to tear down a youth center where they are hosting the gingerbread house competition.
This seems like a very self-serving, destructive principle for a lot of these things, but that's very much these movies. Okay, I feel like we've thoroughly beat this dead horse to death.
Yeah, do we have a name for this particular film?
Deck the Rum Balls.
Death to Rumbles?
No, Deck the Rum Halls.
Deck the Rum Balls. Excellent. Wonderful. Oh my gosh. And Ty used to work at a Frank Lloyd Wright property. Oh, I love that. All right. So, Deck the Rum Balls or the Right Christmas. Oh my gosh. All right. Here's our see you next Tuesday. She's upside down, but she's ready.
I don't know what happened. It just happened. I'm not worried about it right now.
No.
Okay. 3 is our first one. 3.
Ooh, 3.
So our first item is food. It's going to be 1, 2. It's latkes.
Ooh.
latkes. Okay. And then our number 2 item, it's going to be number 2. It's going to be wrapping gifts.
Wrapping gifts.
No. It's the number 2 is a ridiculous robe.
A ridiculous robe and latkes. Okay, okay.
And our last one is 5 dark rituals. Okay, so the holiday activity is dark rituals. The clothes is a ridiculous robe, and the activity is dark rituals.
And the food is latkes.
Yes.
Oh, and the sconce mistress says there are plenty of dark rituals involved in making latkes. Things we are learning today.
I think it's actually going to be I think it's actually going to be sort of like a little bit supernatural.
Yes.
It's a chosen one born to fight demons.
All right. Okay.
Is on the run.
Oh, okay.
And finds and seeks shelter with a Jewish family during Hanukkah.
All right.
Okay. 7 nights, this person must defend this Jewish family from the onset of a number of different demons.
Oh, it's a different demon every night.
Yeah. And in doing so, they learn that they don't have to be alone anymore because they build a family together. Because I think that the family is they used to have an eldest daughter, and she tragically died of soap opera disease.
Soap opera disease. Yeah.
She died of soap opera disease. Quite tragic. Known to be soap opera disease. And each night they must ward off a different demon, and it can only be warded off through good mental health practices. Is what she learns. And so it's about her. Not only is she fighting the demons, she's fighting her demons.
Her demons. So, and her love interest is clearly the remaining daughter.
No, I don't think the love interest is from inside the family.
I
think the love interest is actually a local post person.
The local postal lady.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, the idea is that the postal lady gets also trapped in the house with them.
Oh, and the demons are the capitalistic misunderstanding of Hanukkah.
So they have to they have to fight the demons in 7 different holiday themed ways. And in doing so, they can restore our heroine's faith in herself, in family, because she was, of course, not orphaned like she said she was. She was actually abandoned.
She was kicked out.
Yeah.
For being gay.
I think for being gay and also being a target for demons. I think it was both.
Yeah. This is a very 8 crazy nights of demon hunting. She and the postal worker, who looks very fetching in her postal uniform, and is clearly
heckin' cute. It's heckin' cute.
Listen, and you know what I think is really amazing about our postal lady, who is clearly named Pamela.
Pamela
Patsy has a collection of super powerful carabiners that she is able to use.
What she has a bunch of stuff on the carabiner.
Yeah.
She's got like a lot of like Swiss Army knives and all these other things.
Right, but of course,
Susans, as it were.
Here's the thing:
not a lazy Susan, a jack of all Susans.
A jack of all Susans. And here's the thing: Pamela and our heroine, who is named
Sarah Stan.
Sarah Stan. So Pamela and Sarah are trapped inside this. This is a Marvel Ring of Power situation with the Carabiniers. It's absolutely true. They are trapped with this wonderful family who welcomed them in because, of course, they're snowed in.
I think that part of this is also that Sarah is desperately trying to hide the demons from the family. So there's a lot of comedic moments of them like fighting demons and then like hiding it from the family.
Right. Absolutely.
And then at the end of the movie, it's revealed that the family also fights demons.
Oh, that's so good. But here's the thing. At one point, Sarah and Pamela are fighting demons, and in order to hide the demon battle, they shove everything, the demons and themselves, into the walk-in closet, and then they emerge each of them wearing the most ridiculous family robes that the family saves for holiday time. And each robe is, they're Hanukkah-themed robes.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Like dreidel robe, and of course we've got to have like the flying latke robe, because of course you do have to have that. And the carabiners are just a plot hook. Oh, and can we fight the demons with the power of horrible Christmas stamps? Yes. Pamela finishes every fight by planting a stamp on the demon and returning them to sender.
Yes. Oh, yes, it's a literal stamp. Oh my God. Yes, it's they're down. There's like, I don't have a sigil to seal this demon. It's like, does a stamp count as a sigil?
And in this case, yes, it is the terrible power of the terrible holiday stamps.
But it's only ones that are like low key, not that are low key secular. So it's like a Christmas tree or a snowflake. It has to be something secular.
The poinsettia. It has many leaves, very pentacle shaped. And then on the 8th night, they have their dark ritual to seal the tear that's the hellmouth, as it were, that's unleashing demons in this town where they are snowed in, and they celebrate with latkes.
Yeah, we got them.
Yeah. So what is the name of the power of USPS compels you? Absolutely. 100%. So what's the name of this dreidel demon nonsense? I still think return to sender.
8 letters for Satan.
What's it? What, 8 letters for Satan?
8 letters for Satan.
8 letters for Satan. Aw, that's nice.
Okay. We're going to go on to the last one now.
All right. We get 3 tonight, everyone. I'm very excited. Also, thank you all for your wonderful suggestions. This has been really fun.
Okay, we're rolling dice. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm going to switch cameras again because this seems fun. I don't know why it flipped upside down. Mirror my camera. How do I adjust the stupid thing? It was working fine earlier, right?
It was. But you know what?
Life just filled with misery. 2. Number 2 for food is peppermint chocolate bark.
Peppermint chocolate bark. All right.
Or just peppermint bark, because most peppermint bark has chocolate.
Yes, peppermint bark.
Okay, and then we're doing the second one is going to be a garment. The garment is number 5. 1, 2, 3. It's a reindeer headband.
So a reindeer headband and peppermint bark. So far, so good.
And our last one is going to be, we have to re-roll.
Nice.
Holiday movies. Watching holiday movies.
So watching holiday movies, and reindeer headbands and peppermint bark. This is like the most Christmassy of the lot.
It is fairly Christmassy, I would say. It is quite Christmassy.
So
but I have an idea.
Yes.
You go ahead. Go first. Go.
I was going to propose that it should not be a Christmas-themed one. It should be solstice or something else.
Well, here is my take.
All right.
It's that it's actually a sort of an akin to what's that? The Nightmare Before Christmas.
All right.
And our protagonist is an elf.
An elf. Okay.
An elf who works on a peppermint bark farm.
Right. And I propose that our elf friend is a non-binary babe.
Sure. That's fine. They're an elf. Their gender is really irrelevant in this particular context. Yes. So they work at a peppermint bark farm. It's all they've ever known.
Yes.
Yes. All they've ever known is Christmas. All they've ever known is that holiday. And one day they get lost in the peppermint bark tree wood, and they find themselves on the precipice of the concept of Christmas. And a mischievous fairy wearing a reindeer headband pushes them out of Christmas land.
Oh no, they get pushed.
Yes, they get pushed out of Christmas land and they end up in the dreary north, abandoned area of empty, sad holidays. And
they end up in Detroit.
Sure, but it's more of a conceptual Detroit, not like actual Detroit. It's the place in
go ahead. It's a suburb of Detroit.
More of like they're in the concept of no holidays in the winter. They're in the concept of emptiness.
You know where they are?
Where?
Silicon Valley.
Okay. This is a more esoteric one. There's no Silicon Valley.
No, they have to go from Christmas idea land into a concrete place where the spirit of Christmas, the spirit of holidays, the spirit of kindness and giving and joy and art and creativity is gone. It's Somber Town.
Okay, they're in Somber Town, USA.
Yes.
That is where holidays are illegal.
Yes. It's next to Scroogeville.
Yes, sure. The dead space of retail world. Yes. So because they're obsessed with Christmas, they become obsessed with bringing Christmas to Somber Town. But when they go to the library to learn about Christmas and how to bring Christmas to Somber Town, they learn about all these other holidays, and using the magic of holiday movies, they find that because of their magical nature, they're able to travel into these holiday movies and learn about different holidays. And so they go into these different movies experiences to learn about these holidays, to bring them back to Somber Town so that everyone will have whatever holiday they need.
Oh, so I propose that Somber Town is probably next door to Battle Creek or Murderkill, Detroit, Delaware. We're learning about some
definitely the mayor of Somber Town hates holidays because they hate everyone and they're a bad person.
They're the villain of the piece, right? The mayor.
And they don't
Okay.
believe in breaks or holidays. And they thought that the weekend is a crime, and they've made that illegal too.
I
So
was to say
everybody
they.
works every day for 10 hours a day.
Oh, it's an anti-union town.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's that
yeah.
union got busted.
The
And
unions got
so
busted.
because he's been put into a logger, they've been put into a logger job because that's all they know. They help
Oh,
build a union to celebrate all the different holidays, and they fall in love with the librarian who is secular and doesn't believe in any specific holiday, but appreciates all of them and tells them and teaches them about them.
oh my gosh. Let's talk about the love interest a little bit. So uh we've a little Fae being that pushed our elf friend into. No, let me finish. Do not cut me off. Let me finish. The little Fae being watches over this whole thing. They're not like involved, but they sort of flit around in the background watching what's going on, sprinkling a little fairy dust when they need to like move things along, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Mm-hmm.
they are a card carrying member of LAMWUF, and sometimes you have to have more intervention to get your
Well, their
uh
membership lapsed, but they're getting it renewed.
they
They
haven't been
haven't
paying
been
their
paying their
dues.
dues.
We need to have a talk. But they've our little elf friend falls in love with the sweet librarian who is secular and also runs the knitting group that is masquerading as a knitting group but is actually secret union organizers trying to bring unions and weekends and holidays back to the town.
They're knitters for quiet quitters.
They're knitters for quiet quitters. Absolutely. and and yes, the fairy is being played by Carol Kane. Very much so. Absolutely. And our librarian needs a name.
Um,
Bobby Joe.
Tabitha Denmark.
Tabitha Denmark. Tabitha Denmark, who is in charge of the Knitters for Quiet Quitters and is also actually a union organizer. And their first union activity is organizing the workers of the library, of course, into a union.
I think it's a secret union, and they have a secret library where they store all of the illegal holiday memorabilia.
Yes. Oh, and the portals are run out of Ford suburban hellscape of Greenfield Village, where you can get to all the different holiday worlds. This
Sure.
is wonderful. Fantastic. It probably should be stop motion animation.
Oh, for sure. I also think that Tabitha is perceived as the villain at first.
Oh, right.
She's very uptight.
Yes.
Like not in a bad way, but she is very chilly and
Oh,
uptight, but
yeah.
that's like part of her charm.
She's a little bit of an ice queen.
I mean, I feel like she's a descendant of them at least.
Yeah, and also it turns out she's quite good at ice skating. And oh, yes, there are definitely Rankin Bass songs in this one. This one has some musical extravaganza moments. There is a romantic dance scene on ice where Tabitha teaches our little elf how to ice skate. What is our elf friend's name? Did we name our elf friend?
Bingle Bop the Fifth.
Bingle Bop the Fifth. Familiarly known as Bingle.
I think it's BB actually.
Well, only in the bedroom.
Okay. Okay. Well, with that weird statement, I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. Don't let that weekend be stolen by evil holiday villains. Enjoy your weekend and your rest. Join your energy, regain your power to do battle against Monday.
Oh, Bingley, if they're an Austen fan, yes. We did not name our last one, Grand Arbiter. We cannot say goodnight without naming the last film. These were 3 glorious holiday extravaganzas. They all have the LAMWUF seal of approval. And yeah.
I think it's going to be A Strike in Sombertown.
A Strike in Sombertown. Fantastic.
Because I think Bingo Bop also becomes obsessed with bowling. It's like a sub theme. Like a
Of course, they also take up bowling, but this is part of their resistance against the capitalist overlords, is taking up hobbies, not for monetization, but for the sheer joy of knocking down pins. I'm excited for Bingo Bop and our wonderful librarian Tabitha and their adventures, and I'm excited for all of you. Do remain vigilant against the evils. Remind yourselves, as we love to remind you, to treasure yourselves as we treasure you. And in this holiday, yes, please.
The greatest gift that you can give for holiday is me.
Yes. Honestly, most of you here are very, very well aware that Patreon is what enables us to do all of the nonsense that we do every week, every month. And without Patreon, none of this would be possible. Our wonderful Patreon community, who has been so stalwart for so many years and is so willing to participate in our shenanigans and nonsense and whimsy and the next ridiculous idea. You are all absolutely champions, and I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. I will say times are difficult. We're all having to take stock of what we can do, but if you can find $1 a month or $5 a month to throw our way at Patreon, it means the world to me personally, and also it definitely feeds the hungering maw of Monsieur Gâteau, who will otherwise potentially tree Captain Picard up in the cat tree, and we will never see either of them again. So, but all of that said, my darlings, please take very good care of yourselves. Find rest where you can. Find joy and hold on to it. Message a friend. Text someone you haven't talked to in a while. Remind them that even if you don't talk regularly, you still think about them. Do something sweet and lovely for yourselves. Get that eggnog if it's your jam, or maybe just indulge in bougie boutique hot cocoa. Whatever that thing is that makes you feel good in this holiday season, remember to do it. It's also important to share kindness and cheer and to be generous all the time of the year. But I think sometimes in December, we forget to do that very important thing of taking care of ourselves as well. So please remember to do that. Wash your hands, get those boosters, wear a mask if you need to, and join us on Friday nights for our live Friday tea. The Grand Arbiter will waste away from despair without your presence and love. And I will waste away with despair if the Grand Arbiter wastes away with despair. So please come join us on Fridays. Come spend next week with us celebrating Robert's newest book. The following week, join me for a wonderful chat with Helena Greer. We're going to have a fantastic month ahead together. Keep an eye out on our Discord and Patreon for all sorts of notifications and news and cheekiness. You'll find our calendar of events available on Patreon and our website. And in the meantime, my darlings, thank you so much for playing this delightful game with us tonight. Thank you to everyone who gave us suggestions. We have to let the Grand Arbiter go, though, before he wastes away of hunger and despair. Look at him. He's starting to look like a little urchin. Oh, he's so hungry. Oh, my goodness. My darlings, Take very good care. Grand Arbiter, would you like to sing us out?
Good night, my fools, fools who continue to live in this bleak existence. Good night, my fools. I'm a fool too, but that don't mean I'm not that cool. We're gonna dance into the abyss. We're gonna dance until we die. We're gonna dance, we're gonna smile. Because there's nothing better than doing it for ourselves. Yes, doing it for ourselves. We're dancing and we're dying and we're doing it for ourselves. Yeah, we're dancing. Oh yeah, we're going again. That's where I've gotten so far with that one. I'll see you folks later. Bye.
Good night, everyone. Cheers.